It's not just a game, it's riverparishfootball.com. This week's highlights after this. Buckwalder Insurance Group has been serving the river parishes for over 20 years. With 3 convenient locations in Destrehan, Bootheel, and Kenner, stop by and get a quote. 985-764-3833. From the Buckwalder Insurance Group home studios here in Destrehan, I'm Eric Ritchie, and welcome to riverparishfootball.com Week 4 highlights. And we begin with one of the biggest games of the week. Destrehan hosting the 8th-ranked 5A team in the state, West Jefferson, and the Buccaneers jump on top first. Jamel Gilbert, 6-yard touchdown run. Bucks led 7-0. Second quarter, Donovan Isom, 6-yard touchdown pass to Lou Donovan Wells, and the Wildcats were on the board. Special teams meltdown for Destrehan led to a safety, and West Jeff went to the half, leading 12-7. But the Wildcats come back and score 15 points in the fourth quarter. After a long pass to Ricky Jefferson, Donovan Isom goes over the pile. The 2-point conversion was good. Destrehan led 15-12. Then it was Isom, 17 yards to Alfred Smith, and that did it. 22-12. Destrehan, the upset win. Here's Steve Robichaux.
Big win for our program. You know, this is one of the better teams in the state. Our kids came out. I can't say enough about the way our defense played tonight. They came out hard. They played tough. That was a good football team. They got 5 guys going to college. We challenged our kids to come up big, and they did tonight. They did a great job. So, you know, I'm so proud of these kids, the way they played.
Does this give them some confidence?
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Beating a team like this is definitely going to give us confidence, but it's going to give us a way to win the game, so we're excited.
Our highlights continue at West St. John, second straight week, a 5A team in the house. This time it's McKinley, and that's Brandon Butler on the opening kickoff return of the second half, and he's going to go the distance, 85 yards, and McKinley back on top. But you know that Rams' high-powered offense is explosive, and Jeremy Jackson takes the pass from Austin Howard, and look at Jackson, far sideline, he's going to go 67 yards. That's a touchdown for West St. John, a sign of things to come. Jackson had 59 yards rushing, also 102 yards receiving, and the second straight touchdown pass from Howard. West St. John was on top 15-12, but McKinley would come right back. Big touchdown pass here, and along with 4 field goals from Manny Illidan, McKinley beats West St. John 21-17. Here's head coach Robert Valdez.
It's frustrating. You know, we just can't keep having these mistakes. You know, I mean, we drove the ball consistently all night, and just seemed like we just kept hitting a brick wall when we got in the red zone. And I just don't care who you play. You know, 5A, 4A, good team, bad team. You're not going to be able to win if you keep making the same mistakes, if you don't execute and you have the opportunity to execute. Just, you know, it's frustrating. I think we're better than that. I think that we can play a lot better than what we're playing right now. I just think that, you know, we just have to learn from these things, and hopefully we can just get a couple of kids and be able to make some plays.
Other games our riverparishfootball.com cameras didn't make it to. East St. John losing on the road to Parkview Baptist 55-22. Second straight week, East St. John falls to a #1 ranked team in the state. Last week, Curtis. This week, the #1 3A team. Leonard Davis, 275 passing yards, included touchdown passes to Des Broussard of 59 and 71 yards. East St. John now 0-3. On the flip side, Letcher 3-0 after shutting out Tara 42-0. Second consecutive week, Rustin Mathern accounts for 4 Bulldog touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 2 on the air. Also that defense for Letcher, a safety, a pick 6 by Ricky Ross, and a scoop and score. Letcher rolling to another victory. Time for us to take our first break here on the riverparishfootball.com Week 4 highlight show. We have highlights of 4 more games on deck. Don't go anywhere as we broadcast from the Buckwalder Insurance Group home studios here in Destrehan. We're back after this. When you're driving down the road and you hear this noise, what do? It's simple. You call LaPlace Glass at 985-652-4222. Give the make and model of your vehicle, tell them whether you're going through your insurance company, and let the professional staff at LaPlace Glass take it from there. Go ahead and relax. It's a painless process. LaPlace Glass. Give us a break. We'll fix it. Remember, for auto, home, life, boat, renters, motorcycle, and ATV insurance, call Kelly Buckwalter at 985-764-3833. Back to the highlights now, and we start on the road with Hahnville at St. Aug. And you know, when you're talking St. Aug, you're talking about this guy. He's Leonard Fournette, scored 3 more touchdowns and helped St. Aug to a 32-0 halftime lead. What kind of a night was it for St. Aug? Watch this pass from DeAnthony Clips. He's going to air it out. He's going for broke. It's deflected into the hands of Errol Brown of St. Aug. That kind of a night. Not much rushing for Hahnville on this night. East of Melanson on the keeper. He'd get some yardage here. Later he would go with the screen pass. Todd Scott out of the backfield, getting some yards, moving the chains for the Hahnville Tigers, but did not get on the scoreboard until this wild play on special teams on the blocked field goal. That's Anthony Mott. What an athlete. He's going to scoop. He's going to score. 71 yards to the house, and Hahnville was on the board. Had a chance to do Hahnville Letcher for Cox 4 play-by-play just a few weeks ago and saw this young man, Javon Murray, just moving bodies out of the way. A couple of big sacks for the junior defensive end. One more touchdown for Hahnville late. It was Melanson going back to the air. Ricky Preston, he's going to turn and burn into the end zone for the 22-yard touchdown, but in the end, St. Aug too much. 32-14, the final. Wild one at Riverside. Rebel Pride, you bet. They need their first win of the season. Playing South Plaquemines, and Joseph Gibson scores one of his 6 touchdowns on the night. Jonquil Sanders saw his 6 touchdowns and matched him with 4 of his own. This one, a 70-yard kickoff return. Sanders also had a touchdown reception and 2 touchdowns rushing. On the night, 125 yards on the ground for Sanders. Riverside missed some big tackles, but here Darian Cook doesn't miss the interception. Big turnover for the Rebels. The Hurricanes' ground game was just dominant, though. Dominic Henry, 184 yards, and Andrew Barthélemy, he had 130 yards. Overall, 458 yards rushing as South Plaquemines took a 32-7 lead. Riverside would make it interesting, but they fall to 0-3 in a wild affair, 62-50, your final score. Time for another break here with our Week 4 highlights. When we return, St. Charles looking for win number 1, and what happened to St. James against Vanderbilt. We have the video answers after this.
It's a whole lot better for planned service than it is for demand service.
That's why at Cajun Comfort, Electrical, Air Conditioning, and Heating, we've developed a unique umbrella for our customers known simply as
Comfort Club.
For AC units, it's the
ESA.
Energy Savings Agreement.
You get 2 cleanings a year. Also with that, you get a 15% discount on any repairs you may need, and you get priority service, which to me is the most important thing.
Comfort Club.
Which also includes
EPP.
Electrical Protection Plan.
We go through your panel and check all your breakers, check everything, make sure everything looks good. That way you don't have to worry about any kind of electrical fire in your home.
Comfort Club.
And for your generators,
GMP.
Generator Maintenance Program.
We go through, we change the oil, we change filters. When the storm comes, your generator's up and ready to kick on for you.
We're what satisfaction is supposed to feel like, and we guarantee that satisfaction 100%.
Now's the time to call Cajun Comfort, Electrical, Air Conditioning, and Heating, and just ask for
Comfort Club.
Welcome back. St. Charles, your defending 3A state champs. They led Miller McCoy 42-0 when the Comets came back out onto the field. Defensive effort on this night looked like that 2012 state championship team. 9 sacks overall. Taylor Cochran, 2.5. Sam McMahon had 2, and there's Luke Jackson. He had 2 as well. Defensive domination big time. Jackson here knocks down the pass in the end zone. It was that kind of a night for St. Charles. Jordan Favorite, watch him on the punt return. Cut near side. He's going to come down that St. Charles sideline. Look at the lead blocker, Taylor Cochran, and Favorite takes it all the way inside the 10. It led to another St. Charles touchdown. Quarterback Jamel Baptiste, 2-yard touchdown pass to Elon Mitchell, and the Comets roll 49-6 the final. RiverParishFootball.com reporter Evan Palos with Coach Monica after the game.
After starting off 0-2 this season, how does it feel to have a nice home win like this?
Well, it's something we needed, exactly what the doctor ordered, in terms of trying to make us well.
I told them before the ball game, we kind of like the mold in our houses that all of us have right now, is that we need to get it out of there, and we need to strip it out and get that stinking thinking out of our mind, and we got to get back to basics. And I think we did that tonight. Miller McCoy was a team, they're a courageous team. Those kids don't quit; they keep playing hard, and we just had more numbers than they had. But I was proud of the execution, because I told them we had to come out and take control from the very, very beginning, and we set a couple of goals. And we had a lot of practice this week, but most of our week was preparation, with mental preparation, to try to get our kids playing to the level that they're supposed to play to.
Could you speak a little bit on the running game in the early part of the game? I felt that's kind of where y'all pulled away.
Well, we went into the ball game saying that we had to establish the running game, and we would take the pressure off the quarterback and receivers, and say, hey, let's win from the ground up and whatnot. And that's what they did. And well, we were concerned whether we can rush the ball against them, because we haven't been very, very successful in the last couple of weeks with the running game. So we decided that we had a concerted effort to try to push the ball down the field, and even if it meant the sacrifice of going forward on fourth down a little bit, but we wanted to establish a tough mental approach in the game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Our final stop of the night is at St. James. Head coach James Bell and his Wildcats looking for their first win of the season, hosting Vanderbilt. And the Terriers quarterback, Elijah McGuire, ran all over St. Charles, ditto against St. James. 5-yard touchdown started the festivities. His big running back, Aaron Smith, look at this bruiser. He's going to take it into the end zone, and Vanderbilt was rolling. Even on special teams, it was all Terriers. The blocked punt, and how about Tristan Gilroy in the end zone? That's another Vanderbilt touchdown. On the day, McGuire, 130 yards. Here's his second touchdown of the night. 46-0 Vanderbilt at the half. They cruised to win 49-6, the final. That will do it for our Week 4 highlights. For George Becknell, Lori Lyons, and Evan Pilas, I'm Eric Ritchie. Thanks so much for logging on to riverparishfootball.com.